Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Now I just uploaded a video about Jennifer Howell and how she is linked to this Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation lawsuit. If you don't know who she is, you probably need to watch that video first. I will give a quick rundown, but the other video is more in depth. So really quick, Jennifer Howell, she founded an organization that Whitney Heard, Amber Heard's sister, worked at. Amber Heard, she volunteered and she did charity work for this organization, but Whitney actually worked for the organization. She was a paid employee. Now, Jennifer, who started the organization, she became really close friends with Whitney Heard. So close that they called each other's chosen sister. Now, when Whitney left living the Eastern Columbia penthouse building, she wrote in a deposition, or she stated in a deposition, Whitney did, that she moved in with her boss and she slept on her boss's floor. Now, after those statements went out, of course, Johnny Depp's side, they looked into it, found out who the boss was. The boss was Jennifer Howell. So, of course, Johnny Depp's attorney, Adam Waldman, he contacted Jennifer Howell and asked her basically what happened. Like, hey, do you know Whitney? She's like, of course I know Whitney. Best friends, my chosen sister, I know her. Did she come to live with you after this date, after this incident? Do you know anything about this? And she filled out a declaration on their behalf, because the story that she had about what took place at the penthouse in March 2015, she was told the details by Whitney, who was there. However, Whitney told her a vastly different story. Whitney told her that it was Amber that was the aggressor and not Johnny, and that the reason that Whitney left is because Amber had actually almost pushed her off the stairs when Whitney tried to get in between Johnny and Amber. That Amber was being aggressive towards Johnny, so Whitney went to get in between them, and that Amber almost pushed her down the stairs. So she left. She moved in with her boss. Now, Jennifer says she didn't sleep on my floor. She slept in the spare bedroom and she lived with me for X amount of time. She's still my best friend. I still am close to her, but she didn't lie in her declaration. She told the truth. She said, this is what I know. This is what Whitney has told me. And it's everything opposite of what Whitney has been testifying to in the UK trial and in this trial. So because Jennifer and Whitney were so close, Jennifer wrote a letter to Whitney, basically explaining why she did what she did, why she told the truth in the declaration, and also saying, I hope you will recant, because we both know the truth. We both know that it wasn't Johnny. We both know that your sister was the abuser. So she wrote this letter. I'm going to read it. I think it is very telling with what she's saying in this letter to Whitney. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So she wrote this letter July 25th, 2020, which I think is the day before she completed her declaration for Johnny. It's either the day before or the day after. If you guys want to hear what she stated in her declaration that was on behalf of Johnny and told actually more of Johnny's side, watch the video that I just uploaded. It gives full details into Jennifer Howell, her relationship with Whitney, and what her declaration stated. I'll link it up here, somewhere up there, and I'll link it in the description box below. Go watch that. So this is what she had to say to Whitney, her chosen sister. She said, "Dear Whitney, this is one of the most important letters that I've ever written in my entire life. I decided to write a letter to you in my own words after receiving 2 subpoenas yesterday to give testimony of my knowledge of what happened to lead you to stay with me after leaving the Eastern Columbia building and the penthouses of Amber and Johnny. The only reason that this letter is so important to me is that you, my chosen sister, you are so important to me, and I'm hoping that the truth will set you free from a lifetime of abuse and being forced to live someone else's life instead of given the freedom to live your own. I feel that I'm writing this on behalf of everyone who loves you and wants to help save you from yet again fighting a battle that is not yours to fight. Outside the Google alerts for the charity and what is the media circus going on right now, I've been unaware of the ins and outs of what's happening between Amber and Johnny. It was brought to my attention that you made references to Amber kicking you out of the penthouses and you went to live on your boss's floor. I don't think it took them too long to connect the dots and figure out who your boss was at that time. I've been trying to catch myself up to speed on everything, and I'm afraid that there are some different storylines between what I've shared and what you have shared. I spoke with Adam Waldman this morning and was asked some questions and answered them honestly with my accounts of the situations. Just so you know, Adam was respectful, kind, and understood my allegiance in all of this to you and you only. I've never been more upset during any of this drama than I am right now at the thought of Amber asking you to leave Gavin and Hunter to go to London and entangle you in all of this. If you feel that you've been asked or compromised in any way to do anything that might perjure yourself, I beg you to recant, and once in your life, think for yourself first. You have found an incredible man and have this beautiful and amazing child, and if anyone would ever put you in the position to risk that, they do not love you. I've shared the names of the other staff who worked at the charity who were on board while you were there and heard your accounts of the situations. I'm not sure if they will be subpoenaed, but their names have been submitted to the record. I hope you know that the little family that you created at the organization, we all love you very, very much. It crushes my soul knowing that you may hate me for the rest of your life and never speak to me again. Losing your friendship is something that I'm willing to risk if it frees you, Hunter, and Gavin from all of this and allows you to build your family and your life for you and you alone. You have been in my every prayer, every thought, and every consideration. As stated while being questioned that I do not have the dates nor timeline because when you showed up to stay with me, I never thought twice about giving you a home and was happy to provide you with my guest room and have you in the safety of my place. I never wrote down when you moved in, nor when you left, because my home was and will always be your home. I've entered to the record that I'm happy to share any text messages, emails, or anything that they need from that time to help appropriately piece together specific dates and an accurate timeline. I've offered anything that I have to help shed light on the absolute truth and put an end to all of this to move on to the next chapter of your life. I promise you that the next chapter will be your best yet. The things that came up during the deposition with Adam are as follows. The incident on the stairs that was one of the inciting events that led you to ask to move in with me. You told me and others on the staff that you tried to stop Amber from attacking Johnny and nearly got thrown down the stairs. At no point in time was it ever said to me that Johnny had hit Amber nor abused her in any way. Had you ever expressed concern that Johnny was abusing Amber, I would have gotten a social worker or someone to help you to remove your sister from that situation. I would have done anything to help you in any way. My father reminded me this morning that I told him that Whitney had moved in with me because she was terrified of her sister. While you were living with me, you told me that Johnny kept checking in to see how you were doing and that he called you sis and that you called him brother. You said to me on multiple occasions that you did not know why he was staying in it, nor why he was putting up with Amber's abuse. You shared with me the damage endured by both of you as children and the injury you have suffered from Amber both psychologically and physically. You were devastated during this time and my heart broke for you. My heart still breaks for you right now. When you came back from New York, you shared with me and everyone at the office that Amber freaked out, attacked you, threw a wine glass full of red wine at you in the elevator. Again, my dates are uncertain, but I'm 100% certain of what you shared and have asked for others who heard it in the office to make sure my facts are accurate. While Amber and Johnny were in Australia, you were in the office sitting in a black and white chair near the kitchen and loudly proclaimed, "Oh my God, she has done it now. She has cut off his effing finger." I'm not sure if this was before or after Boo and Pistol were back in the U.S. and coming into the office. Other staff was at the office at that time and might have a better grasp of the dates. In regards to the extramarital affairs, I only have information you and others have shared with me. It is my understanding all of this is completely irrelevant other than James giving a sworn testimony to what he did or did not see on Amber's face that day in the elevator. I told Adam that if James were asked anything at all, I know without a shadow of a doubt that he would speak the truth because I know his heart and his conscience and the spiritual journey that he is on is to be held accountable for anything he has ever done that might inadvertently hurt anyone. And he would go to great lengths to make amends and do what is right truly. I encouraged him to speak to James directly. When Elon came up in the deposition, I shared only what I know from you and Paige. February 9th, 2019, when I came to see you and meet Hunter is when the conversation with you and your mom took place. I told him that I had been told that Elon gifted Teslas, but Amber found out that they were bugged. I was told that Amber said he was controlling, abusive, and that she was in a legal battle with him over rights to embryos that they had created together. He wanted to destroy them, but Amber wanted to keep them to have a baby. This is the day that your mother told me that Johnny was either an angel or a saint compared to Elon, and that she wished that Amber and Johnny would reconcile. I was indeed taken aback because this was after the divorce when Hunter was under a year old and I was at your house. She told me that Amber and Johnny were still in touch and that they were each other's true loves or something to that exact sentiment. You were still growing through the emotions of having a baby and all those ups and downs, and I could not believe that Amber and Johnny's relationship was being discussed while you were the one who needed to be the focal point and needed support. I think I called Tosh when I left your house, but I need to look at my phone records to be sure whom I called. It was someone who knew everything from you, and I confided in them how concerned I was after visiting you. The other things that were discussed were the character reference letters that I wrote on behalf of Amber for volunteering with the charity, the $250,000 donation that came as an anonymous donation on Amber's behalf. I shared that I believe that contribution was from Elon, but have absolutely no recollection of you telling me that. But for some reason, that was put in my head by someone, either you or someone else on staff said. Your thoughts on Rocky freeloading off of Amber and then freeloading off of Johnny, and your overall thoughts on Rocky. I let them know that I did not think that there would ever be a world in which you would conspire with Rocky to do a cover-up for Amber, given your feelings about her. And after the charity had been used in press during the divorce, and that I had been asked on multiple occasions to write letters regarding Amber's volunteering with the charity, and no donations came into the charity, but instead went to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, the ACLU, that Amber's publicist told me that they were more prominent charities with a more significant press reach and got international press. You are aware of all of that already, but I just wanted to share everything that was discussed. I asked if it were okay to write you in my own words because I know how easily things can get distorted or twisted. You know me and know that if subpoenaed or brought into this or anything else, that I would always be honest. I love Amber and have compassion for her because she is your sister, and I know what you guys went through as kids. The two of you have literally been through hell together, and I know you would do anything in the world for her. She is your older sister. You just lost your mother, and you are a mom for the first time. It is time she thought of you and your needs and put them above her own. Asking you or even agreeing to have you leave your husband and your children and involve you in all of this is selfish and beyond comprehension. You, Whitney, are worthy of love, worthy of being seen for all of your light and beauty, and worthy of not having to clean up another mess that is not yours. During this time of social change and movements, Me Too, Time's Up, Black Lives Matter, and all of the actions working to set the scales of justice back to being well, people have to be willing to come forward with the truth. It took me 2 subpoenas to get me to be forthcoming with what I have been told. But I do believe in people and feel others who have bear witness to all. And it cuts off right there, and I'm not sure, I couldn't really find the rest. But basically she's saying, you know, with the Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter, it's important that people come forward with honesty. If someone's lying about something like this, people have to stand up and call them out for it because it's not okay. It's not okay for someone to lie about a situation like this. You know, victims were already scared to come forward. You know, a lot of victims didn't come forward because they were afraid to not be believed, only to have people to lie about situations like this. You know, it sets it back. It just sets it back so much. So she's basically saying, like, we have to be able to come forward to call this out. If this is happening and we know this is happening, we have to be able to come forward. She's also saying, like, for your children, for your family, be honest. Stop cleaning up your sister's messes. It's not for you to do anymore. You have a family, like I understand. You know, y'all went through a lot together as children. Y'all were both abused by your dad. Your mom passed away. So you feel like you have to protect your sister. But you don't have to, especially when she's asking you to perjure yourself. She's asking you to get on a stand and lie under oath. No one would ask you to do that if they really cared about you. She's not being considerate of your family, of your children, in order to put you through this. And, you know, I don't think this, obviously it didn't even speak to Whitney because we saw Whitney get right up on that stand and tell the story that Johnny pushed her and that it was Johnny that was the abusive one. So obviously this didn't get to her any, but I think the letter itself is important. This is someone who has no horse in this race. She has no reason to get involved in this. She was subpoenaed. She didn't go forward with this information. They found her, subpoenaed her, and she told the truth. So what do you guys think? Also, I did see some text messages as well, basically where Whitney had found out that someone had possibly reached out to Jennifer. So she messaged Jennifer and was like, hey, can you contact me because I heard that, you know, you had possibly written a statement for Johnny's attorneys. I know that can't be true. Can you contact me? And Jennifer says, listen, hey, yes, I wanted to talk to you, but I was contacted. I was subpoenaed. Like, I had to tell the truth, and I'll do anything to support you, and I'll do anything to protect you. But yes, you know, I did. And she was like, what? Why did you do that? You should have contacted me first. This attorney is vindictive. He's lying. He's trying to take my family down at all costs. Why would you do that? You know, you could tell she was like, oh my God, you know, this is supposed to be her chosen sister. And she wasn't like, I understand. Well, don't worry. Yeah, of course, tell the truth. That's what we want. We want the truth. You know the truth. Tell it. It was what? Oh my God, why would you talk to him? You should have called me first. Why did you do that? So, I mean, I think we all know the truth here. I think we all know who's lying. But I'm just blown away that Whitney, she has her children. She has this husband, and she didn't care. You know, she just got right on that stand and lied in front of everyone. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.